Hello friends, today we discuss how to register private companies in 4 easy steps. Coming to introduction, establishing a business is a very important role or initial stage for every entrepreneur, as one has to comply with all the legal requirements beside launching the business. Here, as we all know that entrepreneurs who have to start their business without having to worry about the legal processes which are involved in establishing to a rules and regulations according to the Companies Act 2013. Now, the right of a business person or business entity or a single person entity who will help your business operate effectively and achieve necessary business goals. Now, in India, it is very mandatory to every business to be registered under compliance within the law. Before learning how to register a business, let us try to understand some important stages of business structures in India. For business establishment, we have to follow the rules which are given by government or which are given by the private company and public company of the documents like memorandum of association and articles of association, which is very important documents under the Companies Act 2013, which is a fundamental documents, which is also known as a legal fundamental documents. Now, registering a business in India, we have to follow 4 steps. The first step is Digital Signature Certificate DSC. Now, what is DSC? DSC means Digital Signature Certificates. Since the company registration process is completely online, an electronic signature is required to submit the form on the MCA portal. The DSC is very important for all proposed directors to the Memorandum of Association and Articles of Association. As we all know that Memorandum of Association is a primary document, Articles of Association is a secondary document. For the company registration process, these two are must be important of fundamental principle according to the Companies Act. Digital signature certificate is mandatory form of government recognized certification bodies. Now, as the list of these certified bodies can be accessed here, DSC can also be obtained online in just 2 days from here. Where the Memorandum of Association and Article of Association takes place in administration and underwriters must obtain a category of 3 DSC listing. DSC is very important like digital signature which we are mandatory to give our rights to that particular document which is very valuable and which is very valid point to be consideration according to the law. Now coming to next step, step 2. Director Identification Number, which is also known as DIN. The Director Identification Number is a Director's Identification Number. Anyone who wants to become a director of a company must get it. A DIN, when submitting the Spice Plus form, the company can register the form as usually. Spice E Plus is an online company registration form through which DINs can obtain it for up to 3 directors. Here, there are more directors in the company, then they do not have a director identification number. Here, a single person entity have must be and compulsorily to be notified to the online company registration through SPICE Plus. Here, we also known as the Spice E Plus. DIN must be filed from 2 only. Nominee of the directors can be obtained from the DIN process must be compulsorily the 3 members process. Only proposed directors of an existing company can apply for DIN under the Spice Place. Here director identification number, which is second step under the company's registration act to process, which is very important document under the company's registration form. DIN plays a major role in this company act. Coming to next slide. Step 3. Register on the MCA portal. To register a business, the Spice Plus form must be filled out and submitted on the MCA portal. What is meant by Spice E Plus? Spice E Plus stands for Simplified Performa for Incorporating Company Electronically Plus. What is meant by Spice E Plus? As we all know that Spice E Plus form is rejected because the company name is not approved, the applicant must resubmit another Spice E Plus form to set a new name by paying the prescribed fee. However, upon approval of the name submitted in the Part A of Spice E Plus form, name will be reserved for a period of 20 days during which the company must complete Part B of SPICE E Plus form and submit the form online. Here, the Part B of SPICE E Plus form attached documents such as DSC to verify the form and submit it. Now we all know that SPICE E Plus form and why SPICE E Plus form is rejected because of the company when the name is not been approved. And the company must also reserve the name by submitting two name proposals in section A of SPICE E Plus form. By naming the company is not a necessary part, because if the company name is similar to the name of an existing or registered company, LLP trademark, or if it contains words prohibited by the companies 2014, then the SPICE E Plus form will be automatically rejected. When SPICE E Plus form is rejected, when the company name is not been approved, and the applicant must be resubmit another SPICE E form to set a new name by paying the prescribed fee. Here, when the company organization of the authority have to be in a legal process like a name clause, objective clause, liability clause, uh, association clause, subordinate clause have to be checked up clearly and have to be mentioned proper way, or have to be registered in a proper document. Without these, the name will be reserved for a period of 20 days. During the company must complete Part A and Part B of SPICE E Plus form and submit the form in online. Then the applicant must provide contact details of the company, and directors in Part B of SPICE E Plus form have to attach the documents which are in properly, or have to check the documents are in proper manner, like MOA, AOA, which are mainly two fundamental rights like doctrine of indoor and ultra virus, basic principles of the Company Act. Coming to next part, step 4. Step 4, which deals with certificate of establishment. Once the application is completed and submitted with the required documents, then the Register of Companies will be review the application. After reviewing the application, it will issue a certificate of incorporation. The certificate of establishment is issued with PAN and TAN as assigned by the Income Tax Department. With this, we have covered the basic of how to register business. Now, the fourth application, certificate of document, which have to be establishment. Once application when the completed, then the submission of the certified documents will be completed for the registration process. Then the company will get into incorporation of the process of the Company Act. Coming to next part, business registration checklist. The registration checklist have to be the minimum number of directors or partners is as to be followed. Minimum 1 director of OPC, minimum 2 administratives for the PLC, minimum 3 for LLCs, minimum 2 partners for LLP, and memorandum of association, article of association in case of OPC, PLC or limited liability company. LLP agreement between partners in case of LLP, then proof of registered office of the company or LLP. Here, these are the process of business registration checklist which have to be followed by the Companies Act under 2013, and MOA, AOA, which are the primary document, as we all know that primary document and secondary document, which have to be the main process of rules and regulations prescribed by the Companies Act. Now let us go to with public liability company. A limited company is a company incorporated by 7 or more members under the Companies Act 2013. The directors are only one to take responsible for the affairs of the company, and it has a separate legal existence, and the liability of its members is limited to the number of shares they hold. It is ideal for medium and large companies that want to raise capital from the public. As we all know that the shareholders, debentures, dividends, bonus and profits. Here, which are public limited company have to be established under 7 or more members in Incorporated Companies Act, and the directors are only have to take responsibility of the affairs of the company, and the director is the main leader of the company, and it have separate legal existence, and the liability of the company is limited under the shares which are prescribed by the director orders. Now here, the ideal of medium and large companies have to be raise capital from the public, and the public limited document have major and important role plays in a present scenario, like you have to choose business structure that suits your business needs and register your business accordingly, and the capability of the person have changes have been challenging in present role, and they have to choose the business based on their structure and based on their capability of the needs, and they have to register based on the capability of the persons only. Now, let us conclude our topic by saying that registering a business in India is very easy in simple four-step process. One is digital signature certificate, and second one is director identification number, and third one is register on the MCA portal. Fourth one is certificate of establishment. As we all know that the process of steps which includes very easy and simple steps, and the one more important point is business registration checklist, which is important and mandatory in Companies Act 2013, like OPC, PLC, LLCs, LLP, and which is very important documents, primary document and secondary document, which is also known as Memorandum of Association and Article of Association, and a part of public limited company, private limited company. Now, I would like to conclude in this. Private limited company registration in India can be handled easily by consulting a practicing expert. Furthermore, after the formation of the online limited company, the promoters and directors have to maintain the active status of the company by complying with the company regulations, by filing annual returns and forms regulated under the Indian Corporations Act 2013. Here, what I would like to explain that private limited company and public limited company have two companies which are incorporated under Companies Act, and the basic structure needs to be suits under the consulting practicing expert. And here the company have to maintain the legal object under framework of the Companies Act 2013, and to follow the rules and regulations which are prescribed under the law. Thank you.